She may look like a grandma, but authorities in Florida say she is a cold-blooded killer.
Come here. Oh, what's happened?
Susan Avalon is accused of going on a killing spree, taking the lives of not just one of her ex-husbands, but two.
He said that, I guess they caught her, the ex-wife, going to Panera Bread and stealing the to-go bags.
We have newly released body cam footage that not only shows the moment of her arrest, but also the critical clue that investigators say helped break this case wide open. We're on the case, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Chris Stewart. Killers come in all forms, and you never know what is going on in someone's life or what's going on in their mind. Susan Avalon allegedly carried resentment that was so deep, she turned to violence in a terrifying way.
We'll be with you in
My
just a second,
shoulders
okay?
hurt.
This is what happened just before that, when law enforcement tracked Susan Avalon down.
Come here. Oh, what's happened?
I'll show you more of her arrest in just a moment, but before we get to that, we need to talk about the horror that this woman is accused of committing. This investigation begins on a quiet day in the middle of the week at a home in Manatee County, Florida. It's not far from Tampa.
Manatee County 911, what's the address of the emergency?
Hi, I'm at, I don't know what just happened. I heard a knock on the door, my dad answered it, and I heard gunshots, and my dad ran upstairs. Please come send cops right now.
That is a 15-year-old girl hiding inside her home moments after her father was shot at the front door. And here's what she told dispatchers she witnessed.
It was like a silver van, it sped off. There was a person with like a big tote bag that probably had the gun in it, and the person was wearing like a gray hoodie. They seemed like short, like maybe 5'5", and they were like, my dad's calling me. Yeah?
Don't put yourself in
I'm calling 911. I told me 911. I don't know if they're still in the house or not. Are you okay? Are you joking? Oh my God. I told my dad's been shot.
Okay, where has he been shot at?
What? I'm sorry.
Where has he been shot at?
In the chest.
Okay.
Please,
I love you. I'm on 911. I love you.
Okay. What I usually do is get a clean, dry cloth or towel, and you're going to place it right on the wound, okay?
Okay. A wet cloth?
No, clean, dry cloth or towel.
Okay. What can I do?
Okay, I want you to place it right on the wound and press down firmly.
I'm compressing it. Here?
We're moving.
I'm doing it. Okay, I'm pressing down.
Okay. I just want you to keep pressing down on it, okay? Is the suspect still there?
I don't know.
Find the hole.
Can you ask your father, did the suspect leave?
I saw him left. Did he leave? Is he in the house?
In a sweatshirt with a mask, with the Panera bag.
A Panera bag. It's an odd thing for a killer to be carrying, but it is a major clue. And deputies and paramedics rushed to this home, and there they found the caller's dad, a 54-year-old man named David Scott, and he had been shot. Here's video of investigators on scene, and they say as Scott was fighting for his life, he told investigators who allegedly shot him.
The questions that the deputies asked him is, who could have done this to you? And he says, possibly my ex-wife.
Scott was rushed to the hospital, and there he passed away. But with some of his final breaths on earth, he put police allegedly on the trail of his killer, someone who police would learn had already allegedly killed someone by the time she showed up at his door. And that woman's name is Susan Avalon. She used to be married to Scott. She's a 51-year-old woman, and on top of the Panera bag on top of the ID from the victim, the 911 caller said whoever killed her dad drove a silver van. And what did police do? They looked up what vehicle was registered to Susan Avalon, and it was a Honda Odyssey, a minivan. The color was gray. Police would soon realize that Susan Avalon allegedly did not just kill one ex-lover. She is also accused of killing another former partner earlier in the day. And I'll get into that in just a moment. But as we focus on this Manatee County case, police were looking up if there were any local Panera Breads nearby. And they found one just a mile and a half from the crime scene. And they looked up surveillance footage at that restaurant. And there they say they saw Susan Avalon inside.
He said that, I guess they caught her, the ex-wife, going to Panera Bread and stealing the to-go bags.
When?
Today, I guess, before this. And that's who the suspect was wearing, is a tote bag from Panera.
So they go to a local Panera Bread location, which is about a mile and a half from the scene, and they see the suspect, enter the Panera Bread, go to where the food delivery stand is located, where Uber Eats and DoorDash, goes to that location at Panera Bread, grabs some food, and leaves. Doesn't pay for it. It's not hers. She just decides this is going to be her way to the front door. We have a license plate reader that picks up the suspect's car.
Avalon had been divorced from David Scott for 11 years. And the way that police found out that she had allegedly killed someone else that same day, it is chilling. Police say they went to Susan's home, which is in Citrus County, Florida, and as they were waiting on a search warrant to go inside, they saw her come out of the house, and she got into that silver minivan. And in her hands, she allegedly had bleach and rags. So police, they moved in to arrest her.
Come here. Oh, what's happened? Hi. Come on.
Hey, back there. Get the back door. Get the back door. Hey. Yep.
Now, what you don't hear in that body cam video is what she allegedly told police when they asked her about whether she killed her ex-husband that morning.
So we get to the house in Citrus County and we see her car. The car that we believe is the vehicle involved in this homicide. We sit waiting for Citrus County to assist us. We're writing the search warrant, doing all the necessary paperwork that we have to do to be able to go into this home and talk to the suspect. She comes out. She comes out of the house with bleach and cleaning rags. Gets into the silver Odyssey and begins to wipe down the car. We approach her. Detectives let her know that they are there to speak about her ex-husband. She says, which one?
Quote, which one? Investigators at that point only knew about the man she had allegedly shot at his doorstep with a Panera bag earlier that day in Bradenton, Florida, in Manatee County. So they were at this point wondering who else could be in trouble, who else could be dead. So they looked up people who were close to Susan Avalon, and they realized they needed to go check on another former lover of hers. It was a man named Tommy Fletcher, and he lived in Tampa.
But what we believe happened is that she left Citrus County that morning. She traveled into Hillsborough County. She killed the first victim, which is her second ex-husband. She came across the Skyway into Manatee County. She went to the Panera Bread where she took the items that we discussed and went to her second ex-husband's, or her first ex-husband's home, the second victim, and knocked on the door and shot him.
Because this deputy has to go. It's cold. I'll make sure that mine's a little bit warmer for you, okay? Okay.
Like, I'll get, like, really bad shoulders.
Yeah, that's fine.
Leg brace. I passed out and fell last week and hurt my leg.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I'm sorry that happened. All right, is that a little bit warmer right for you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right.
So Avalon was now in custody, and even though she had been nabbed for allegedly killing two people, she's complaining about how cold it is in Florida in December and how uncomfortable she is as this officer is preparing to take her to jail.
We'll be with you in
My
just a second.
shoulders hurt.
Here's what Avalon says as she gets to the county lockup. And yes, she is still complaining.
Well, people not.
Hold on, because I got to fix this one because it's too loose. Miss Susan, I need you to stop moving your hands. Well, I can't fix your cuffs if you keep moving your hands. Okay? Alright. There we go. Alright, you're good. We're going to go right to that door that's right in there, okay? You can put your hands on it. This one's good for you.
Really? Subtle.
Oh, thank you. Right through this door. It's going to be a second hallway on your right. Right? I'll get you a. Well, I'll see if I have a blanket somewhere in there to get for you. Okay. Nope, this one. We're gonna go to the second hallway. Yep. I'll tell you when to try this. Keep walking straight for me, okay?
I'm 10 total, 1737. What's up? I'll let him know.
We're gonna go right through that open door. Hey.
Well, don't forget to call Sarge.
I will not. Right in here. Okay. Yeah, a seat in here with some water for you.
We'll
Okay?
stay 10 12 until you guys have everything set. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Naked.
We'll see if I can get you something to cover it all. So, you're fine. Is it, are you on in there? Are you on in there? Okay.
you know my phone to call Sarge? Or?
No, I can go out once that switch is there. Yes. Stay on. I have a EMF pump in my car. If you want me to know, keep on. Okay. She has a hang down. She just doesn't have underwear or anything.
My question is.
Yeah. Sarge, yeah. Okay. Let me go get my phone and then you should be good to rock and roll.
Okay.
Sarge.
You good? Just hurts?
I have a bunch of blood clots on this side. It's really hurting. It sucks.
Now, it's hard to tell whether Susan Avalon here is looking down and huffing and puffing because she's coming to the reality of what she's allegedly done and the fact that she's about to be charged with the murders of 2 men and she may never be free ever again. Or is it she's just uncomfortable because she says she has health issues? Now, this is an image of Susan Avalon appearing in court. In the case that is playing out in Tampa, that's the death of Timothy Fletcher, who she allegedly killed before driving to Manatee County and killing her other ex-husband, David Scott. Susan Avalon is charged with premeditated first-degree murder. And prosecutors in that case have said they plan to go for the death penalty. Now, there are questions about why it took so long for law enforcement to realize that Fletcher had been killed in Tampa. I want you to look at this pretrial detention document that we found. And it says, on the same day that Fletcher was killed, his phone allegedly made a 911 call around 12:40 in the afternoon. And prosecutors say when they listened to that call, and it has yet to be released to the public, prosecutors allege you can hear gunshots on that call and then it hangs up. The dispatch then calls that phone number back and a woman answers the phone, according to prosecutors. And that woman told dispatch, no problem here. She was just exercising and there was no need to send an officer over. And police then canceled the call for service, and they would not find Fletcher until Avalon was arrested the next day and not until after she allegedly killed another man in another county. Now, Tampa police were asked about this by a local television station, 10 News in Tampa, and Tampa police stands by their dispatcher. They say the dispatcher didn't realize that anything was wrong and they followed protocol. In the Manatee County case, Avalon is facing a charge of second-degree murder with a firearm, and that charge does not allow for the death penalty. But again, the Tampa prosecutors, Hillsborough County, they are going for the death penalty against Susan Avalon. These cases are still separate. Now, clearly, there is a connection that goes back years between Susan Avalon and the 2 men who she allegedly killed. So you have to wonder, were there any red flags out there? Anything that might indicate that this woman allegedly wanted to turn to violence and would do it in a way that is so terrifying in the middle of the day, in the middle of a week? This is what we found on her social media. We did some digging and we took a look at Susan Avalon's public Facebook posts, and she was active. And while these posts are not part of the official police investigation, they appear to reveal a person grappling with profound anger, betrayal, and a desire for a fresh start. So the posts that we found go back several years. In July of 2020, we found that Susan Avalon appears to have been seeking a legal separation. On July 8th, she posted in a Facebook group, quote, "Please recommend a great divorce lawyer. The judge has already granted me a permanent injunction for protection from DV." Now, a permanent injunction for protection from DV, meaning domestic violence. So just days after that, July 13th, 2020, Susan's focus appears to turn to her name. She posted another question seeking advice on what the courts would allow. Quote, "What did the courts allow you to change your name to? I would like to just drop my last name altogether and go by my first and middle name. If they will not allow that, a new last name that I choose, or even a previous married name." So now we're going to fast forward a bit. October 5th, 2025, so just about 2 months before the shooting, she posted a bitter reflection on betrayal, and this time on a different account. She said, quote, "It's really amazing how you can give someone everything and do things for that person that no one else would ever do for them, and then they turn around and kick you in the gut and stab you in the back. If I have your back, you should have mine. And if you don't, then you'll watch mine walk away someday right when you realize what you had." Now that is striking. But perhaps the most striking and frankly chilling post that we found, it's not a status update about divorce or betrayal. It's actually an original poem that she shared publicly. And the poem is titled "Hell to Pay." And in it, she describes a childhood encounter with the devil who tells her the world belongs to him. And the poem wrestles with the choice between an easy, compromised life and a difficult, righteous one. So this is a portion of this poem that Susan Avalon apparently wrote. Quote, "I have seen the devil's face. He said he would never leave me be. I would never be alone. It is easier just to give in and give the devil his way. And your life on earth will be easy, but there will be hell to pay. Again, we just want to note that law enforcement has not said these posts are direct evidence of motive in this case, and they're not officially part of the criminal investigative file. And law enforcement have not publicly stated what they believe the motive is for Susan Avalon to allegedly kill these two men and why she chose that day at that time to carry out such allegedly a terrifying crime. Now, as far as when she is next scheduled to be in court, these cases are still moving forward. In the Hillsborough County case, that's where they're going for the death penalty. She has a status hearing on July 9th. In Manatee County, she is due back for case management, a hearing on that July 30th. No trial dates have been set in either case. That will do it for On the Case, presented by Law and Crime. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify, and we are also now streaming on Peacock. I'm Chris Stewart. We'll see you next time.